Watercooler. Watercooler.
Hey, welcome to Watercooler. This is episode number 358 of this podcast series. Also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 13, by, for people who are counting the legit way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us today. We appreciate it. And any new listeners, welcome. Enjoy your stay. Thank you for choosing us. Now, we know you have many choices for podcasts. We appreciate you choosing us. Now, with me today, you know the show goes. I, Chris Locks, I'm on a kick with my cool digital buds, like Gary Smith.
What's up?
And Matt Fondler all the way in Austin, Texas.
Hey, brother.
Hi, Matt. All right,
guys.
so no Dawson. He might be zooming in later. We don't know. The guy, he's just caught up in remods, and
His life's a roller coaster right now.
it really is just insurance claims. He still has to prove that he didn't start that fire on purpose. Wink, wink. All right.
And
Are
let's be honest, it's also our busy season. This is the Ace Awards right now. We're kind of in the thick of it. So Dawson's got a lot on his plate,
Yeah, and I heard the Ace Awards are going to be fire.
I've heard the
Wink,
same.
wink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh? I don't know anything.
Am I nominated for anything?
Yeah, I guess you could.
Hard
you
to
could
believe,
be.
guys, but I did actually work for that company, at
Yeah.
the beginning of the year.
I don't know.
Yeah, Matt might have some posthumous.
Biggest betrayal?
Oh, that's definitely the water
dare
cool.
you.
That's for the water coolies. Absolutely. Coming in from Zoom.
betrayal.
Yeah. You remember
Well,
Gary?
Can you think of someone else who would be deserving?
Remember what you did to him when you left California and moved to Texas?
You abandoned me.
Yeah, well, I'm hurting too, bud. I'm hurting too.
Gary's
miss you.
just recovering. Anyway, so yeah, no Dawson, and then no Quarters either, aka Kalen Bean.
Yeah. Quarters is out apparently, but I hope to have him back for some other stuff this week.
Yeah. Do we think Kalen's gonna get all 50 coins at the rate he's going, and with the method that he's going fully legit? He can't seek out any quarters. They have to naturally come to him and get all 50 states.
I think if you put your mind to anything, you can accomplish it.
Oh,
And I
Well
think
said.
that as long as he keeps that quarters mindset, then yes, he will eventually get there one day, and he'll be able to give them to his daughters when they turn 18, and they'll be able to say, I don't want this.
I do love the idea that he is spending many days a week, knee deep, literally in ponds, and yet not the kind that will have quarters in them.
No,
so
just fish.
How unfortunate.
yeah. It's funny. I saw him over the weekend. And he was wearing his pond shirt, and first thing I do is check his sleeves. I feel like an
Absolutely.
checking a pitcher for foreign substances. Like, let me see
Yeah.
your sleeves. Let me see your sleeves.
Yeah.
Dry? They're dry. Pat them down. They're still wrinkly though, because he cinches them up to his elbow. So they might as well be wet. They're kind of gross looking because they're all just wrinkled and stretched out.
Can we consider a secondary nickname of sleeves?
No. We've got to stick with quarters. If you muddy the waters, then neither of them will stick.
And it's too confusing with gloves.
Yeah,
we already have
gloves is
gloves.
already
That's why I
there.
thought it was closer.
Yeah, we already have
gloves
gloves.
and sleeves. I mean,
Yeah.
Let me make one more argument. If you are a coin, not a collector, but a coin trader, meaning you like roll coins and then take them back to the bank to get cash, like
Is that a
this
coin
financial
trader?
wizard
Is
does.
that a financial?
Absolutely. But you take the quarters, and what do you put them in? You put them into a sleeve.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's a
Rest my
quarter
case.
sleeve. That's
that
sure.
is,
That
that's a thing.
yeah. No, gloves has a point.
Gloves.
Now I used to roll my own quarters and take them in. Sure, that back in the day, I had this contraption. It was one of the first things I bought when I worked at TJ Maxx, was because I got that employee discount, and I bought a coin sorter. And the investment pretty much paid for itself. Like, yeah,
It's one of the greatest things you can buy.
the
I
coin
have
sorter
one as well. Oh, absolutely.
Is yours electric or analog?
It's analog, baby.
Yeah, mine's analog too. They have electric ones, and then I would get the.
They get stuck all the time,
Those
though.
don't work.
Those don't work.
No,
No.
not the ones that are. You've got to buy like the Rolls Royce of coin sorters in order for it to work. And at that point, like, what are we doing?
Might
You're
just
never-
you
you're-
steal a Coinstar.
Yeah,
machine.
exactly. You're never getting that investment back. Coinstar was such a rip. It was like 8%.
They took too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
It didn't feel right.
But it did begin it was the inspiration for the coin rolling.
Yeah.
becoming a coin trader, if you will.
See, Kalen, I'm glad Quarters isn't here because he wouldn't understand. I mean, now he's collecting coins, but it's like vintage for him. He doesn't realize that this is actual currency that we had to pay for things with.
But do you think that Quarters views the Coinstar as some sort of a holocaust where people are like just redistributing all of their valuable quarters from different states just back into like circulation? He could
he could
make hay out of that.
He should. Maybe
he should camp out by a Coinstar and just negotiate with people. And maybe it could be a segment for the show.
Kalen Star, like, hey, don't pour it in here. Pour it into my bag here. I'll sift through them. I'll give you a better rate than Coinstar, and if there are any states I like, I just get a keep. That's the risk.
I would just say, I mean, for any state that I find that I need, I'll buy it off you for $1.
That's the fee. No, you don't have to buy it. The only fee, I will sort all your quarters, but the fee is any state quarters that I don't have, I get to keep.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so he just sits there with his plastic bag, the same plastic bag that Matt uses for a laptop case, and he just pour them right into there. He'll sift through them, and boom, you're good.
I mean, it wouldn't be awkward at all for like the guy who has to stand there for an hour while Kalen goes through them one by one.
That's good. Just tallying them up.
I'm just saying.
I don't want to one up Kalen, nor do I really want to like put any sort of pressure on him. But it's making me wonder: do you guys think if I started tracking license plates, just that I see while I'm driving on the many streets of Austin, do you think that I would find all 50 license plates before Kalen would come across all 50 quarters?
Yeah,
probably.
I think
no doubt. I think absolutely no doubt in my mind.
I do too.
We're talking about a plate from Alaska. I bet you I would find that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to be next to Matt. He plays that like punching game if he sees an out-of-state plate.
Dude, last digit. That's how many you're getting. Better not get the Z.
That's what it is. The last. What? Jeez, dude. What kind of your family just grew up beating each other? What the heck?
I had friends who had older brothers, and that is definitely what they would do. It's like a punch buggy game. It was like whatever was the last digit, that's how many times they would slug you, and alphanumerics counted. So if the last letter was a Z, you were just getting fucking thrashed.
So you were going 26.
That's right. That's right.
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's just friendship.
Yeah,
childhood.
Yeah, see, so you got to change your license plate then, dude. Wasn't yours like for the boys or something like that with a Z?
It was not.
Like these poor kids.
It was not.
Yeah, it's number 4, the boys. THABOYZ, right?
That doesn't even add up. That's 8 digits. Get out of here.
Then there's something.
For the boys.
Yeah.
Get out of here with a THA.
You're just ruining kids' arms, man. They're just getting socked. It was that or the slug bugs, the
boys.
Yeah, the Beatles. Yeah, those are the games we played in the car. Going back to Coinstar, the only time I ever felt that it was worth it was pennies, because the amount rolling a sleeve of pennies is 50 cents. And that's a lot of pennies to roll up.
Sure is.
That's like 50 pennies about, right?
Roughly.
So yeah.
But that's the whole point of the coin sorter, though, is you just roll that little mechanical thing like you're one of those little popcorn machines at an amusement park, and it'll sort the 50 pennies into a little tube, and then you put them into, again, a sleeve. It takes like 2 minutes.
It does, Matt. But this is what I'm saying. This is just this is a glimpse into what society is today. The same amount of effort for different values. I'm doing the same amount of physical effort to roll a roll of quarters as to roll a roll of pennies, as to roll a roll of dimes. Pennies 50 cents, dimes $5, and quarters are $10. So $10.
Yep.
Yeah, dimes are. I forget what dimes are. Oh no, dimes are 10. Nickels are 2. That's what it is. So rolling all of these up, it's just like, it's the same amount of effort. So why am I putting the same amount of effort that I get $10 for into rolling all these pennies that I'm only getting 50 cents? So Coinstar, what up? Take the fee.
I see what you're saying.
Take the fee. Yeah. And plus, I don't know why, but pennies just add up.
Yeah.
They just add up. Like, do we need the penny? Gosh, I sound like such a Mr. Moneybags right now, but pennies, they're kind of annoying. They're kind of annoying.
There's been legislation trying to eliminate it for the past like 25 years. It never like really gets anywhere, but
in Canada, I think gosh, all of our Canadian listeners are probably gonna yell at me. I think the denomination for like
Canadians don't yell.
$2 in Canada is still a coin, like two Canadian dollars.
That sounds like it might be right.
Or it's something like that, to the point where I remember for my friend's bachelor party, we went to a club for gentlemen. It's a club made for gentlemen at a bachelor party. That's all. Just a hangout, a loungy area for gentlemen. And there was drinks.
Sure.
There's dancing. It was.
You guys danced?
Matt, look, that's not important. But I'm just saying, we went to one, and rather than the American way, which they're paper dollar bills, you're just like coins, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't like that. We're like, oh, we thought this is not normal.
You're gonna fucking chip a tooth.
You guys were making it hail.
Making it.
Yeah, like that's. It was definitely frowned upon. They did not like that. We were not supposed to do that. We didn't know. Like, we have to use fives. Like, So any dancers at these clubs, go to Canada. You're gonna get hooked up because you're not gonna see. You're not
gonna get hooked in the face. It sounds like.
Yeah, you get pelted.
Respect all women.
Jeez, yeah, but anyway, the penny. It's just annoying. It's just annoying.
No, whatever you do, don't throw rolls of coins at women.
Don't
that
throw
is
rolls.
Definitely not acceptable in any country.
There's just etiquette, you know. You gotta be respectful. Like, just don't throw coins at anybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hear that, quarters?
Yeah. And everything's digital now. I mean, I'm surprised like they don't just have like credit card places.
Just the look on his face when he realizes
credit card swipers
hilarious.
Or something, because everything's like we were talking about arcades. Like they don't take actual money. Parking meters, they don't take actual money anymore. It's just
I can show you a few music videos from the early 2000s.
What?
Describing exactly what you're talking
Oh,
about.
they have credit card swipers. Oh, see, okay, so never mind. I guess it's a thing. So Gary and I hung out the other day.
We did.
Oh yeah, what'd you guys do?
We went golfing.
Oh my God, Chris, do you remember on this very show you were like, I don't have time to golf?
I don't.
I don't know. We were just like, dude, you should try it. I think you're gonna like
Here
it.
I am.
Now this is what you talk about.
I've not only been bit by the bug; it straight up has devoured me, and I love it. So I love
Chris
it
is
so
in.
much.
I've seen it. I've seen it too many times.
I love it so much.
He's not going back.
But and Gary, great swing in the Gary.
Thanks,
Gary, he doesn't talk about it much, but dude is really he's just a straight up wedge daddy, as we call him. Like he can swing. He can swing the wedge. You know, we
You
talk.
didn't forget that, did you?
Oh no, we know you. Yeah, Gary. He has some skills, and then also, I mean, not my best day at all by far. I'm trying to forget it, but there was a point where Gary and I, after the front nine, were like, how can we figure this out?
Yeah. How do we proceed?
How do we proceed? And of
like
course,
put some money on the table?
no, we got hot dogs. We got glizzies.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, we both just scarfed down a couple of glizzies, and then proceeded to golf after that. Played better. I did, at least. Gary's good. But yeah, had a good time, and we shared a glizzy. I mean, we shared a
Really? Was this like Lady and the Tramp style?
No,
Like,
actually-
I'm trying to picture this.
No.
we shared a glizzy meal.
Yeah. We everyone got their own glizzy and we ate them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was fun. It was really nice out there. We played at a course where it's very close to an airport, and there's just airplanes of all sizes, down from like a single engine, whatever little prop plane, all the way up to like a Southwest jet. We'll just fly over the fairway like every.
Oh, that's not distracting.
It's not. It's actually kind of
strangely
beautiful.
not. It's strangely kind of chill.
Yeah, but at the same time, that morning was that awful plane crash that happened in your very state, Matt.
Oh yeah,
at the Dallas Air Show. So just
Followed
seeing
that story.
just seeing planes in the air. Do you follow any news anymore? Do you
No,
need to? Like,
I
what,
really
you just,
don't.
You have no
It's
idea what's going
insane.
on. I feel like I should
I
quiz
really
you.
have
What's
fucking
going
no
on in
idea.
the world?
I would fail miserably.
Um,
I guess I check Facebook, so certain things will kind of
he gets
cross
his news
my
off
purview.
Of Facebook, off his.
But I don't know. I
timeline.
don't like read news stories. No, fuck that. I'm done.
Yeah.
Done with that.
What's Aunt Bernice saying? That's how I get my news.
There was one moment that I thought was pretty funny while we were golfing, Matt, on the Well, on one of the earlier holes, we all teed off, and actually, as the last person was teeing off, like up the cart path came this cart that is very apparently the girl who sells beers and
The cart girl.
and
Yeah.
candy bars or whatever. And
Sure.
Always very nice.
so she's coming up the cart path at us, and she sees that the last person in our foursome is teeing off. So she pulls like kind of behind the tree and off the cart path, probably like 50 yards down the road from where we're teeing off. And we all kind of clock it, but then like go back to watching this guy's drive and making sure we all know where everyone's ball is so we can be efficient when we tee off. Because it was busy. There was a guy behind us. Foursome behind us. And so after he teed off, we all got back to the cart and we're like, hey, you know what? I could go for a Celtic. And we all proceeded to go into our little coolers, each took out a Celtic, and then made a whole production of cheersing all three of us in full view of this woman having forgotten she was there. And then as soon as we're driving down the car path, I just look over and I was like, oh, she must have just died a little inside. So we all just like publicly cheersed and like took away that sale.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, she waved to us. Yeah, it was just.
yeah, it was awkward.
I didn't realize. I wasn't thinking.
You know who didn't come back around at any point when she got near our group the rest
yeah.
of
She's
the
like,
day?
screw those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were blacklisted. Also, I have a skunk update. Now, on the Patreon show, I talked about how a skunk has decided to live its final moments on my lawn and then just die there. And I realized as I was driving into work, I was pulling out my driveway and I saw a skunk in my lawn. And I called animal control and they said, yeah, we might not get to it today, maybe tomorrow. Well, we were supposed to throw a baby shower at my house. Jen's throwing her sister-in-law baby shower. So Jen's like, we got to get this skunk out of here because I don't want guests walking up and seeing a dead skunk in our lawn.
I thought for sure that thing was going to get picked up that night.
It was
That's what
there
I
next
said
morning.
on the air.
Yeah, and
Wow, it was still there the next
I
morning.
know. I meant to text you a picture, but then it was too soon because I was
No,
talking
I'm
about
really
dead
glad you
cats and-
did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm really glad you didn't.
So I don't know what to do. Like, so I see the skunk. I go, Jen, it's daylight, and Jen knows there's a skunk there. I said, just don't look in the lawn. Just walk to your car. Don't look, because it would obviously bother her very much, and I'll figure something out. So she walks away, and then so as now I have to go to work. So I have my backpack, some boxes for work that I got to bring in, and as I walk out the door, a lady walking her dog just audibly gasps as she walks by the house. Oh my God. And it's just me with my hands full, all my stuff for work, and I'm just stopped at the top, like in my porch, and we just make eye contact. She's frozen, and she looks like disgusted with me that I have a dead skunk in my lawn. And I go, yeah, animal control was supposed to pick it up yesterday. I think they're going to come by today and pick it up. And she like gave me a scoff, like, ugh, and just walked away.
Oh, Chris, you played that so wrong.
What should I have done?
As soon as you made eye contact with her, you should have looked down at the skunk and said,
What?
Holy fucking shit, where did that come from?
What did you do?
What is that?
What'd you do?
What did you do? Any variation like that
yeah.
would have been much better than I'm fully aware that it's been there, ma'am, and I have chosen to not do anything about it.
Yeah,
No.
you're totally right.
No.
In retrospect, that should have been the move.
Should have been the move. What'd you do?
Oh, you should be ashamed. Take care of this.
Did you get
Does
the
your dog
dog on
have
a
rabies?
leash? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Blame it on the dog.
yeah,
And then she would be like, oh, and then she'd just go away.
yeah. So, put
Just
my
like
stuff
the
in-
card girl, never to be seen again.
Yeah.
So I put my stuff in the car and I start driving to work. Once again, calling animal control to let them know. But I'm driving to work so early, animal control is not open yet. So I wait another 45 to an hour. Call them again. So finally, someone picks up, and I just go, "Hey, I called yesterday about the skunk. I'm just making sure it's still on your radar and it's a different person, of course. I'm
Of
talking
course.
to, because it's still in my lawn, and I really need that thing gone today." And I'm thinking like, geez, should I just do it myself? Like, but they're like, okay, what's your address? Give them my address again. Give them my info again. And they're like, okay, well, we are backed up, so this could take, might not be done today. I'm like, you told me this yesterday. And like, yeah, well, here's the truth. It might not be today. It could be one day we could pick it up. Sometimes it could be 5 days. And I'm like, 5 days? You're giving me a 1 to 5 day window of when you're gonna pick up this skunk. So now, I go. So should I just handle this myself because I have a baby shower? I just told her the truth. I have a baby shower that we're throwing this weekend, and I would prefer not to have a dead skunk greeting the guests as they walk in. And she goes, yeah, that's not ideal. So I say, so should I do something about it? It's like, oh, yeah, if you could, that'd be great. What should I do? Oh, if you just double bag the thing, throw it in your garbage, and just give us a call that's taken care of, we'd really appreciate that. I'm like, okay, so I guess I work for animal control now.
Yeah.
I have a hard time not thinking of the animal control scenes from Parks and Rec where Harris Whittles and that other dude are just the biggest doofuses
so awesome.
in the world.
Yeah.
They're so funny. But it's like, that sounds like these people like, yeah, if you take care of it yourself, that'd be great. Like,
Yeah, oh, that'd be awesome.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, if I could put my name on that, that'd be cool. So now I am just thinking in real time, just doing math in my head. Like, okay, get the shovel, just put out 2 bags. And look, I know we have a lot of people who deal with dead animals and like hunt and do all this
the
stuff.
comments were not kind to you.
Oh, really?
The Patreon comments
Oh,
are tough.
I should have read it before I brought this up.
I mean,
Wait, what were they saying?
Well, look, think about how many firearms were brought to our last Patreon meetup. These people are in wilderness and they're dealing with animals and the realities of life and death. And
Here's the thing.
some of them were horrified that you would even think to call somebody.
Okay. Yeah, I called somebody. This is not like a wilderness skunk. This is a city skunk. City skunk are freaking
This isn't
crafty.
a wilderness skunk.
All right? I'm just saying. If it's a wilderness
Hold on a
skunk,
second. The dead ones are crafty?
they all are, man. Yeah, they look, city skunk, there's something to them,
Dude,
all
haven't
right?
you ever heard a plain skunk? It happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, city
No, and I
skunk.
don't want to fucking Google that either.
And the thing about, yeah, like if it was a wilderness skunk, they're like that. A wilderness skunk is akin to it's organic skunk. All right,
How do you know that this skunk wasn't a traveling skunk? Maybe he was on
There's no
vacation
way.
and died.
There's no way. It's just, I mean, look, the only way the only reason I believe that's because it was dead.
Well,
Because,
exactly, because
wilderness
the city
skunk
skunk
couldn't last in the city.
Right.
But city skunks still have to die anyway. And this looked like a city skunk.
It looked like a city skunk.
Yeah, wilderness
Did it have
skunk, they
ink?
look healthy. They have the healthy hair. This one is all raggedy. It's like, hey, man, if you touch me, you're going to catch something.
You're getting
Like,
rabies.
Yeah, city skunk, they just, there's too much. It's incestuous. It's gross. They're dealing with a lot of like the other animals in the city, which are all city raccoons messing with city skunk, like crossing paths. It's just you can't like. It's just
It's making me think too, just to add on to what you're saying here, Chris. Like Pepe Le Pew, classic city skunk.
Yeah.
and they're horny. They're weird, man.
they're not right. They're not right. Look, if they want to hang out in my backyard and at night and just like do whatever they want, fine. I'm not going out there. Okay, I don't trust them. Just go do your thing and then leave me alone. I'm in their world, basically. It's their world. I live in it with skunk. So, yeah. So the people, yeah, I'm sure you deal with all your skunks in the wilderness and in the woods. And you just grab them. I'd grab them too. I'd barehand them. I'd grab them with my teeth, whatever. But not the city skunk.
You're making a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I'm just, yeah. So tell those commenters.
Oh, you can tell them yourself.
Yeah,
You'll
give me their
be here.
names.
You're gonna have plenty of time to react.
You'll be reading them.
Well, I regret this.
I'm just
bringing this up.
Chris, all I'm saying is I LOL'd a few times this weekend. Because these people are not only upset by your decision making, they're also funny.
Well, they're going to be. I'm sure they're going to be told. I've totally been justified with my explanation today, so they'll
absolutely.
understand.
French skunks are horny, is what I took from that.
Yeah, in the city,
French city skunks, yeah.
In the
Parisian,
city, yeah.
Parisian skunks.
wild organic skunk. Oh, please, all day. I'll rub my face in it. All right, just that's just the difference. It's the hard truth. What can I say? All right.
So what did we end up doing?
Oh, so after arguing with this, like, okay, so I guess I'll just double bag it and I'll just toss it in the garbage, which, one, it doesn't seem ethical. Like, this skunk should have a proper incineration or whatever they do with these animals, right? Tossing it in the garbage to
The
rot.
city ones probably need to be incinerated. I'd say the wilderness ones just die.
Yeah,
and
they
then
just die.
are in the wilderness.
They turn into the earth. Yeah, city skunks, they're repelled. They're from Earth, so they have to be dealt with. unfortunately.
They have to be dealt with. Should be a T-shirt.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it didn't feel right that I was just going to bag the skunk, let the garbage truck take it. Which, by the way, garbage truck, it couldn't be farther from garbage day when this is going on. So it's gonna be hanging out in my trash can for a minute.
Yeah.
So
Better the trash can than the lawn.
well, yeah.
Not much though, really. It's kind of just a shit situation, really.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to throw anything away. So
All right, we've had a new entrance into the chat.
okay. Let's let him in. There he is. I don't want to start over because I've dealt with this too long. Anyway, so but I'm thinking, okay, well, this is what I have to do, and the animal control gets credit, and we're all good. So, how you guys? Anyway, so I tell her that, like, okay, I guess I'll do it, and then she goes, oh, it's been picked up 5 minutes ago, and boom.
I think Dawson's got to put some headphones on. There's
Yeah,
a
Dawson, you
echo
gotta-
getting picked up here.
You got a feedback issue.
Yeah, Dawson has just joined the chat. Everybody, by the way.
Really?
That's great. So the
You guys hearing
thing
me
is
on this
gone?
mic?
We can hear you, but we also hear ourselves. Oh,
That shouldn't happen.
Well,
So did the skunk? The skunk was actually gone when you looked after that.
skunk was successfully picked up. I just had to see it the next day. That's all.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So tell me about these commenters talking crap on me for not wanting to pick up the skunk. Come over to my house. Pick up the city skunk. See how you live. Tell.
What's your
Oh, by
address?
the way,
Go ahead.
yeah. Oh, I'll give.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, give it to you guys off or in the comments. You guys subscribe to Patreon. Gosh, now I'm bothered.
Yeah, I mean,
Now I'm bothered. See, the fact that Garrett gets these to his phone and he gets to preview these, that's fine. I had no idea. I had no idea that there were comments about the skunk.
yeah, they're not an abundance, but you
I
know,
don't
we
like
have
it.
some people who live in rural areas, and I think that they just, you know, this is more common for them to deal with on like an everyday basis.
Yeah.
And where do people go to hear the continuing saga of Sword and Skunk that this has become?
Hey, Matt, I feel like you ask this all the time, just like where to go. You know, it's patreon.com/watercooler.
Yeah,
Right. Oh, yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
All right, Dawson, what's up?
You guys still having a problem with my audio, or is it good?
It's better. It's much better.
Yeah, it's better.
All right, sweet. How are you?
Good. So what's the update?
They've cleaned half of my house. Still waiting on insurance to give them the go-ahead to destroy the entire kitchen.
Yeah.
It's already destroyed. They cleaned my studio today, which is nice.
Dawson, are you gonna like do a thing where you can like knock a wall out now and just do like an open?
That's what I'm
floor
hoping,
plan?
dude. Here's the problem. There's this one wall in my kitchen that they think is structural. And if it is, then if I'm going to dig it out, I got to put some support beam in there or whatever. I'm still waiting on word from insurance that they're going to actually pay for that demo.
Mm.
And once they say if they'll do that or not, then I got to make that decision. So yes, I want to break it all out and make it open. I kind of figured out.
So hot right now.
I figured out when I was talking to my brother the other night that the reason why I don't clean my kitchen very often is because it's isolated. You can't see the TV. You can't see what else is going on in the house. So,
Put TV in
you know, I'll clean it in the morning or the night, but I'll clean up right after I have dinner if I can have access to the rest of the house, or at least kind of a view of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
So yeah, I'm hoping to, if I can open this up, it's just going to make my life a lot better, but we'll see, dude. I'm still waiting on insurance shit. I still got to interview contractors, which I haven't even started, and fucking good luck getting any home renovation done during the holidays. Good fucking luck.
Yeah. Thanks, Newsom.
Yeah. So we're going to, I don't know what he has to do with it, but,
Thanks,
yeah,
Santa.
so I'm most likely going to not have a kitchen until 2023.
All you need is an air fryer, dude. We know.
Might not. Yeah, I know. That's fine. I'm just hoping to get back in my house. I can survive without a kitchen.
Yeah.
So,
You're gonna have
whatever.
to. Yeah. Well, you know, it sucks, and I know it's going to be taking up a lot of your time, but I think it'll all be worth it. You're going to have a nice pad, and I can't wait to party in it for the housewarming.
It'll be fun. It'll be really, really nice when it's done, and hopefully I'll be able to get what I've always wanted in there. So, I mean,
A rage pad.
this dog almost burning down my house could be the greatest thing that ever happened to my house. We'll still see.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of motivates you. I like the fire under your stove.
yeah,
To go.
but
do
it's
it,
going to
yeah.
be great when it's done.
Yeah. So it's yeah, dude. I'm with you, man. Sometimes you need to do that. All right. I'm really excited. Gary and Dawson and myself are going to a football game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, well, la-di-da. What game is this?
You want to come, Matt?
Let me check my calendar. What time does the game start?
I don't even know. 5:20.
Yeah, it's like 5:20.
Dawson's smoking weed on.
Sounds like it's 4:20 right here, if you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Hey, count it.
It's the
Come
Chargers
on.
versus the Chiefs. My first NFL game.
Really?
Is that true?
I've been to an NFL
Yeah.
game before you. Tables have turned.
Yeah, well, that's going to
Cracked my-
change.
I broke my finger and dislocated my finger at Chargers Chiefs at
let's
Jack
do it
Murphy
again.
a long time ago.
We
So
can't-
It's gonna be a nice.
Matt, did you
Nice
was that the
reunion.
game that I went to with you?
I've been to a game previously, but yes, that was another great game
What?
where we had like those fucking like front row.
Yeah.
that was like
You
a
know,
NFL
that was
game
awesome.
light.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been to a game with my buddy Brett in San Diego. I went to like a Chargers Broncos game,
Nice.
many years before then, which was awesome. That was my first time.
Yeah,
It was great.
I've been to a college football game this year. I went to watch Texas versus Alabama.
This will be better.
I went to an XFL game. Awesome.
Yeah.
And I went with Nick Davis. And then now I'm going to an NFL game. I feel like I've built my way up. I've worked my way up to this. At SoFi, there's no tailgating there though, right?
We'll figure it out.
Is there tailgating?
There is.
Oh.
It's not. They don't let you tailgate the way that like the Bills let you tailgate, where it's like, oh, there's a 5:30 p.m. game. Great, get there at 6 a.m. and then do whatever you want in the parking lot. Like it's not like that. But the last time I was there, at least everyone was looking the other way. If you were sitting on the bumper of your car
Yeah.
with 3-4
Or maybe
friends.
maybe we could frunk gate.
maybe we could.
Ah.
What's that?
That's in my car. There's a front trunk.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Called
want to make
frunk.
sure you're not doing some crazy
No.
new drug.
No.
A front gate.
Yeah, you guys don't get crunk. We get frunk.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, shit, what are they on?
So I'm excited. So we'll be we'll be able to talk about that next week too. Going
Yeah.
to a little football game.
That'd
Cool.
be awesome.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to do some comments?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's time for listener
All right. Carl Alexander. He's right.
Where are these from? What is this? What are we doing?
Oh, man,
Chris?
you're always in the dark here.
You
These are
know,
all comments.
Again, this patreon.com/watercooler. I remember that, but now I don't remember what's the segment.
Well, we have a Facebook group, and
Okay.
anybody can join. You just go to facebook.com/groups/Bobo Boy Army Worldwide LLC. You answer a few questions, and then we may let you in, and you can enjoy the wonderful community that is the Bobo Boy Army.
Don't be scared by the questions. It's nothing
No.
personal.
No. They're not. They're fun questions.
You just want to make sure you're not a bot.
Yeah, that's really it, or a cell phone. Yeah. So
we love our cell phones.
So these are all comments found within the Facebook group. Everyone likes to talk in there, and this is the recent hubbub within the group. All right, Carl Alexander, he writes Pop-Tarts. On ACS, they're talking about Pop-Tarts, cold frosted Pop-Tarts all day long. If you heat them up, plain strawberry with melted butter on them, then you eat them with a fork. Oh
Wow.
there you
Melted
go.
butter
I
with
never
a fork.
thought of that. That's
That
amazing.
That's never occurred to me, but
I'd do it.
I kind of want to try it now.
You know, at the fair, they'll do like a deep fried Pop Tart, which is pretty amazing, but I never just thought of doing it simply at home with some butter.
What is the best Pop-Tart? Because I have a preference, and it may not be popular.
You know, I was always more into the like red jelly flavors. So something like strawberry or cherry is usually what I was more impartial to. But not going to lie, the s'mores one, quietly,
Ooh.
pretty fucking good too.
Yeah. Consistently growing up, those are good choices. And look, I'll eat any Pop-Tart. I find them all great. There isn't one that I would turn away. But the brown sugar cinnamon.
That's quietly, if you're not going to go strawberry or cherry, like Matt, I agree, those are my leaders in the clubhouse, then the cinnamon.
Yeah, brown sugar cinnamon is what I kind of grew up eating. And yeah, never got tired of it, never will. It's wonderful. Doss, when's the last time you had a Pop-Tart?
Shoot, man, I've only eaten one Pop-Tart in my life, and it was
like
30
one
years
individual
ago.
one or like a foil pack of one?
It was in a foil pack.
Okay. So
Let's
you had two of
enlighten
them.
him. Yeah, Doss.
No, I only had one. I didn't have
One of
two.
them. Oh my
I had one,
Well, the foil pack comes in two.
and it was okay.
Yeah, well, look, you got to get back into this. I mean, Seinfeld's making a whole Pop-Tart movie now. Like, this is going to be a big deal. You might want to jump on the Pop-Tart.
Wait, there's
train.
a Pop-Tart movie?
Yeah.
I'm not going to start eating Pop-Tarts because there's a movie.
I am.
Why not? Oh, and also, is the toaster strudel, is that the
There we
green
go.
text of pastries? Where it's just like, look, you're not a Pop-Tart, bro.
Yeah. It's,
What are you doing?
But here's the one thing, isn't? and
Oh, really?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the toaster strudel, the one thing it had going for it was the icing distribution.
Here's the thing. It is better.
Yes.
I think it's better than a Pop-Tart. It's just, it wasn't considered better. Like, the toaster strudel was a more legit pastry than what the Pop-Tart is. But the Pop-Tart as a kid was like, this is legit. This is the stuff. But if you look
Well,
close
the
at the
toaster
toaster strudel, there's a lot
has
more
like
options.
the flakes.
The flakes, you have your own icing that you could squeeze onto it. And it's like, oh, this is a legit pastry. But maybe too much work. And I kind of just want to live in a world where...
The Pop-Tart's the easier option for sure, but I mean, the toaster strudel, if you have the time that you want to like invest in it, I think controlling your own destiny when it came to the icing was really, I mean, that was a king in the castle moment for an
okay.
11-year-old, you know.
Maybe that's not the right analogy then. Maybe the toaster strudel just went, it's for a more sophisticated palate.
Yeah, it's the Grey Poupon.
Ah, there we go.
I haven't thought about this in so long, but at a certain point, toaster strudels had like a savory version that was filled with like egg and bacon bits and like a little bit of cheese sauce. Do you guys
Meat
remember
pie.
this?
I don't know
No.
about it, but I'd be down with
Okay,
that.
well, I remember those, and those were really, really good too. And Pop-Tart never had that. They only had the jelly. So I don't know if that's just
Or
keeping
chocolate.
it real.
I think
or
I had
like-
a chocolate Pop-Tart. I think that was
yeah,
the
well,
one
like the
I had.
s'mores one, you know.
it's-
But I mean, how do you feel about that? Like about these brands who get something perfectly right and then they try to branch out and like do other things. Like, have you seen all of the Uncrustable stuff that is not peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
No, and I'm not
No.
interested.
It's like, yeah, no, it's disgusting to me. It's not. They're like trying to do like empanada Uncrustables and stuff. It's like, no,
just
don't.
get an
that's-
empanada.
Yeah.
Empanadas are great, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But the savory toaster strudels, that kind of reminds me to like, you guys have all ordered crepes, right?
Sure.
La creperie.
Lived there.
Matt lived there. Are you getting a savory crepe or are you getting a sweet crepe?
Most
Depends on
likely.
the time of day. Depends on the situation.
Ah, situational.
Yeah, I agree, but most likely I would probably go sweet.
I think I typically would order sweet too, like a strawberry banana, maybe some Nutella or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I order savory crepes very often, actually.
It would probably be like on a lark. Like if I saw one that happened to look good, like just the right set of circumstances where it was like, I'm not that hungry, so if this sucks, then whatever.
If you eat a
Again-
lark crepe, it's gonna be savory though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's from
If-
personal experience.
If you come across a crepe place around that sort of breakfasty brunch time, most of them will have like a breakfast crepe. Just do that. That's savory. That's amazing. You don't need to go all fancy with the bechamel sauce and all the little crazy touches that they'll put on it. Yeah, I said bechamel, Gary. You heard me.
Is that
but
one of
just
the
do, like,
four
a
mother
simple-
sauces?
Maybe it is. It's
Is
the
it?
white
I
creamy
believe it is.
one.
Hollandaise, bechamel, ranch. Just kidding. Dawson, when's the last time you had a crepe?
I don't think I've ever eaten a crepe.
I've kind of figured that. I was expecting that answer. We need
Just
to enlighten
live a little,
Dawson.
man.
Yeah, man, come on.
I've not been crepe adjacent.
Well, there's no better
Your
time
house
than when you.
almost burned to the ground.
I've not
Time
been
is
in the same
limited.
room as a crepe.
Yeah, you know how
in my
people
life.
have near-death experiences and then they just want to live life. Dawson almost burned his kitchen down accidentally, and so he should.
Why are you winking?
I did have a near crepe experience once.
That's what I'm saying. You should be living your foodie life right now. Just going
So
for it.
crepes.
Yeah.
Crepes.
Crepes is the answer. Okay.
Carpe
right.
Carpe
Go
Diem.
Crepesy, Dawson.
Crepe Diem, dude.
Nice, dude.
Crepes.
Crepes.
Diem.
Come on.
That was better. Well
Yeah,
done.
thanks. It happens in real time. But yeah, I think that's what you have to do. But anyway, Carl Alexander, I like your Pop-Tart ideas.
Yeah, great topic.
Love it. All right. Let's see here. Isaiah Fraustro
Faust bro.
says, has the show The Boys on Amazon been flicked yet? I feel like it hasn't, but I'm not too sure. But I'm really hoping the Cinema King hasn't done it yet because I'd like to hear that score. All right, Isaiah. First off, Cinema King, I don't like you filling his head with these kind of proclamations.
Who's he even talking about?
He's
Quarters?
talking about Kalen. Yeah.
No. Quarters. He can't be Cinema King. He's
Yeah.
Quarters.
I don't like that, but I don't remember I haven't seen The Boys either.
I watched the first season. It was very good. It's like an adult comedy. I sort of fell off. I don't know why, but it was very good.
Yeah. Dawson told me not to wiki the smile, or I should wiki. I forget what it was, but
I said wiki it, but I don't think the wiki page of Smile is going to scare you at all.
well, wikis don't typically
I
scare
don't
me. That's why I read them.
understand
If
how
wikis
it
scared me,
possibly
I
could.
wouldn't read the wiki, dude. Like,
The movie is, in my opinion, the best horror movie since Hereditary.
oh,
Hereditary was better, but Smile was really good.
I've wikied Hereditary.
They
I
had
can
new
agree. It's
scares.
crazy. It's good.
Can't wait
Smile.
to see it.
Yeah, Smile looks pretty good. Like I'm very close to checking that out.
It's pretty fucking good. It's
Yeah.
freaky. I saw it in
Pretty
the
all right.
theater and I jumped quite a few times.
Kalen played me the trailer on his phone because I told him what Dawson said, and so we watched the trailer on Kalen's phone, and like 10 seconds in the trailer, I covered it up with him like, "Is this Red Band?" I've never felt like more of a puss.
I don't think there's any hand trauma, Chris.
Yeah, that's definitely a plus. I should have some not MPAA but like MPCL ratings, and they'll let me know if I'm good to watch these movies. Let's see. Michelle Daniel Campbell says, "Is candy corn a threat to Chris's marriage? He seduces the candy corn and quote finishes it off." No, I think Jenna's okay with me eating candy corn. My mistress hates it. Just kidding. No, look, and the way I eat candy corn, I was eating it by color. Still fine. I still do it, and I will do that for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, I know that.
They're all the same flavor.
Yeah, I got that, but I don't know. It might be a habit. It's.
But
it's
I
a
get no, I
placebo
know what you
effect.
mean, dude. If I'm gonna eat a piece of candy corn, I'm gonna start with the small end.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
You
you.
gotta-
Finally,
I'm
someone
gonna have it
sane
in
has
3
joined
bites.
the chat.
You gotta savor it.
Can you see Emmy in there with the disgusted look on his face? This is what an average person listening to this conversation thinks. The face that they are making.
You know, that does bum me out because Emmy brings in some bomb ass lunches.
Yeah,
And
Emmy's a foodie.
I smell him heating those things up, and I'm just like, dude, I want that.
I just
life.
walk by Emmy like when he's heating up his lunch that looks like a 3-course meal. I'm like, what do you got there? And
Yeah.
he'll like tell me, and it's always like, well, that's cheese stuffed sausage, man. It's keto. I'm like, that shit might be keto, but that shit's delicious looking too. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude.
Can I ask a personal question?
Two.
Everyone.
All right.
When Kayla and I worked at this studio, lunch runs were daily and a daily source of contention. And I know that I am probably the primary source of that tension because I'm the one who always wanted to have lunch delivered. And Kaylin was probably second behind me. So I guess the question is, do you guys still even get delivery for lunch? And if
what do you mean?
not-
Okay,
or not delivery,
that's
sorry,
not the
not
right
delivery.
word.
Does lunch
I
come
meant
in?
like,
I know
does
the
lunch
answer.
come in? Do you guys
I
send
know.
someone out to go get lunch every day? And then the more personal thing is, if the answer is no, are you guys glad? You guys glad that Kayla
Yes.
and I aren't there anymore?
I'm glad for that. I hated the lunch runs. I always have.
I cannot feel more differently. There are still lunch runs being done, but they are primarily spearheaded by Chassis, as I have
Yeah.
experienced.
Sorry, let me rephrase.
just
I
go
don't
to the
like the
kebab
ACS stuff
place.
going out. And also, Matt did this thing where he's like, "Oh, we got to have lunch delivered at like 1:05 because that's when I stop doing a podcast and I need to have this thing hot." Where it's like, "Okay, that's dope, but I start my podcast at 1." So it's like, "Okay, so I have never had
Not
a warm
eating
meal.
lunch at 3:00, Chris. That's ridiculous.
Or have it at noon, bro. Lunch is at noon, dude.
Hey, I
You know
just
what,
have-
noon?
We would sometimes. I would.
Hey Matt, I just have one comment here. This is Emmy. This is
buddy.
the reason
Come
why
here,
I
boy.
miss you is because I miss lunch runs.
Thank you. Okay,
I'm very
thank
sad
you.
because all these guys pull out.
Oh yeah, says
That's
says
ugh.
says the guy who brings in three-course meals.
I'm forced to.
Yeah.
Nobody wants poquito mas.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss it. I miss it so much.
Yeah, I love water tacos.
And I miss you,
All
Emmy.
right. Philip. Yeah. Anyway, Phil. That's a little inside baseball. The lunch runs, but yeah, we're figuring it out.
Let's come up
Philip,
on the show.
But the lunch runs are tough now because it's like I have fallen victim to going to get myself lunch and then somebody sees that I've done that and they're like, "Why didn't you get it for me?" And it's like, well, I don't want to fucking do a lunch run for the 11 people who are now in this building. So the option is to do a lunch run in secret or to do a lunch run for the whole fucking building, in which case you spend the next 5 days as a Venmo accountant trying to get people to pay you back.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Carrie.
Sounds like the system was better when I was there,
It was.
Chris.
Yeah. Cold burgers were awesome. Carrie Leanne Young says, "I love candy corn." Oh, okay. So there we go. The room is split. And also, she says, "It must be a girl thing, but I hate cold air blowing directly on me. I close the vents."
Nice.
See, that's a thing. That's totally a thing. Philip Anderson says, "Kayla will never understand the satisfaction I have every morning when I get up and think of my full collection of state quarters." Well, one day.
See, I think that's
Wow.
very pessimistic and rude. Why will he never? How do you know?
Yeah.
Keelan's a highly motivated individual. Excuse
Yeah,
me. Quarters
Quarters.
is a highly motivated individual.
Quarters now has a goal.
Yeah.
He has something to strive
For the
for.
first time in his life.
I know. I'm so happy for him. All right. Well, anyway, those are comments. Thanks, everybody, for that again. Matt, do you have a Shay?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, here goes. All right,
Oh,
people, yeah.
no.
What type of foods might we hear of today? What might be the price? What might be the venue? So let's find out. It's time for Gary to say, "Hey, Matt."
It's on the menu.
Hey.
All right. So we came across this yearly festival. It's called Wurst Fest. WURST. It's like
I'm
a
already
German heritage festival. It's in a city called New Braunfels. It's about an hour south of Austin. And this is a tradition that's been going on since 1961. And out in California, you guys will remember the like Alpine Fest, Oktoberfest. We always had those guys come out to Corolla Studios
Alpine
every
Village.
year.
Great.
Alpine Village, yeah. And that one year, like Corolla Drinks got to go out and like be a part of a drinking competition. That was
Yes.
a memory for the books for sure. So it's a combination of that and something like the OC Fair, where they have like a permanent fairgrounds with food stalls and a giant carnival with the, a carousel and a Ferris wheel and, tons of food options. It was really fun, but it was so fucking busy. I mean, really, you were like shoulder to shoulder in certain places, which was just a little bit too much.
That's the worst.
Oh, hey, I can see what you did there.
I don't even really think you realized it.
I realized it. Get the fuck out of here.
But I didn't realize, but there are people, like groups of people who have been doing this for years and years. So everybody's dressed up and, it was just a jolly good time.
They say they brought it.
That's good. It's very good.
What were they wearing, Dawson?
Later, hosen.
He did it. He did the thing. Yeah.
So there were a couple major flaws, though. You could buy food, souvenirs with cash, but all the drinks were by drink ticket only. And that's everything from the alcohol to the water bottles.
The way they do everything now.
Yeah. What is the drink
Dollar
ticket?
for dollar. It was $1 for $1. You could just literally buy however many dollars you wanted to, but they were non-refundable. So
You wanna know
the
why?
last thing you wanted to do was buy like too many dollars. Yes, what?
Right.
So a lot of alcohol companies will donate alcohol to an event, and when they donate, it's a write-off. But the rule is you can't sell the alcohol, so they can sell
you
tickets.
sell tickets.
Yeah, and that's how everyone kind of gets away with it.
Yeah.
Well, it was a major bummer because all the lines were so long, and because you don't want to be stuck with a bunch of tickets at the end of the night, I ended up having to wait in the like drink ticket line multiple times throughout the night, and it just kind of crushes the experience when you are just spending hours and hours in these really, really long lines. I really wish that they had, allowed less people in, but whatever. So I'm going to show you guys right now. I got one of these little steins to consume beer in, and I thought I was
plastic.
It's plastic, thank God. Otherwise, there'd be broken glass all over.
It'd be
the
so
place.
heavy, yeah.
And I thought I was being, a big beer drinker, having a few of those things, but no, people were buying the pitchers and they were drinking out of the pitchers as if they were the glasses.
Yeah.
And this is
Done
like
it.
everybody was doing it this way. And you would
when's the last
walk
time you
by
guys
these-
have done that?
Welcome to Texas, baby.
Yeah,
Everyone
dude,
does
I-
it
It was
bigger.
amazing. And you would walk through these like big drinking halls where they have the like live Pa bands. They had like 5 different stages of this. And you would see people would take their pitchers and stack them up on top of each other. And you'd walk by these tables that would have pitcher stacks like seemingly to the skyscrapers, to the rafters rather. So that was pretty
fun.
impressive. Unfortunately, the food was pretty rough. It's pretty terrible. So we started
Well, it's
out
the
with
worst.
let's see if we can get one more in there. So the first thing that we had was called the worst kebab, and it was like a 5
Well, that's a
sausage.
terrible
App.
fucking choice, no?
Yeah, it was a 5 sausage sampler. So you could picture like a kebab stick, and then like a Frankenstein of like 5 different sections of sausage. And so
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like one, but it was like 5 different bites basically.
Okay.
All right.
So they had the pork one, the jalapeno, bratwurst, cheddar, and apple. And it was fine. It was just not really anything special. What I really wanted, in addition to the beer, was a big soft pretzel with the beer cheese. There is fucking nothing better than one of those things.
True.
But every single one of these pretzel lines, I'm not kidding when I'm saying they were like an hour long, like wrapping around the corner. So I was like, it's not worth it to get a pretzel from any of these places. Eventually, we found a place that was kind of tucked in the corner, kind of near the carousel. It was a little bit out of the way. There was no line at all. So I finally went to go get a pretzel. One of the worst pretzels I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh. Wait, it was the same pretzel all the way through, or you just went to the shitty pretzel place?
We ended up apparently going to the shitty pretzel
Okay.
place.
Well,
Okay.
did it cross your mind maybe going up to someone in the front of the line, just going, "Hey, I will buy your pretzel if you let me buy a pretzel too," and then you save time.
Great thought. And actually, I wasn't going to bring this up, but something that happened toward the end of the night was we were standing in another food line. Actually, the next thing that we had, which was a place called Schnitzels and Giggles, which I thought was great.
I like it.
But at this point, we were like so hungry, and we
Schnitz and
decided we
Giggles.
Yeah,
are.
it's
We,
Schnitz and
it's
Giggles.
Schnitz
I mean,
and
that's
Giggles,
right there.
yeah.
It should be
Well,
Schnitz and Giggles, but whatever.
okay.
it's all right. That's what they
Yeah,
called it.
that bumps me out.
Yeah.
The font was like Schnitzels, was in like a much smaller
matter.
font.
Even
Okay,
still,
but it was
you-
part of the title.
my
It's all
You can't
right.
have the extra
missed.
syllable. We'll talk.
So-
we'll talk
Blame
to the marketing
apartheid.
team. Yeah.
I'll
They're doing it
mention I'll mention the food part of this, but since you brought it up, we were standing in this epically long line, and this guy behind me was talking about how long the lines were, and he was like, "We're just gonna be here for the next hour. Like, I'm already hungry." And this guy walks by with a giant pretzel, and the guy behind me goes, "Hey man, how much do you want for that pretzel?" And the guy looks at him and he goes, "You gonna be here for a while? You having a good time tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, having a great time." And he goes, "It's yours. Take it."
Wow.
And he handed this guy a fucking pretzel and just walked away. And I just turned around. I was like, that was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life. Like it was like watching someone just like manifest this thing. It was incredible.
It's
That
like-
was the greatest
Um,
demonstration of humanity
it's
you've
a-
seen
Yes,
in
modern
your
day
time in
beautiful
Texas
moment.
so
Yeah.
far.
It was a beautiful
They're
moment.
gonna write
And,
stories about that guy.
Yes. But anyway, the schnitzel was a breaded pork cutlet with some braised red cabbage, some fries, a roll. That part was very satisfying. And then for the way home, we went by this like German bakery. And again, like everything just kind of looked a little pale, a little undercooked. But my wife was like, "Oh, they got gingerbread, man. Those look pretty damn good. Why don't we get one of those? We'll have it in the car ride home."
Yeah.
Thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Took a bite of it. I spit it out. It was so fucking horrible. We ended up giving it to my dog, and he thought it was fine.
Fuck.
But it was bad. It was really bad to the point where I honestly was like, did we accidentally buy a dog food gingerbread without
maybe.
realizing it?
Yeah, that
I
might
don't think
happen.
so.
That could happen.
That's so rude to do it with a bunch of people drinking out of pitchers.
Dude, some of those dog treats look tasty as hell. Like I go outside by some of those dog bakers. I'm looking at these treats and I'm like, I'd do it. I'd try it. And I know I'm not going to like it, but they look good. They look good. They purposely make them look delicious. Even some of their meat treats. Well, that's for another day.
Another time. That's for another time.
Yeah.
I will say that next year we'll probably go back, but I'm probably going to go in the earlier part of the day because after the sun goes down, it's just way too many damn people. But a ton of fun, and let's get some better food vendors in there. That's all I got to say. That's what's on the menu.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. What's up, Doss?
Did you have to pay a fee to get in, or is it?
Yeah, it's
free
$20.
entry? $20. Okay, so $20
Yeah,
in,
$20.
and then
plus drink tickets.
We
how much
paid,
was a beer?
It was one of these Stein. I think a regular beer was $9, but a Stein, which is a little over a liter, was I want to say like $23. Or you can get a pitcher for like $35. And I think that's what a lot of people were doing, was just drinking giant pitchers.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, of course they're going to upcharge you for it, but
that's how they get you.
That's the worst.
Souvenir.
There we go.
Hey, you
There's
did
the
it.
trifecta.
You did it.
I remember when we went to Alpine Village, the Oktoberfest out here. I've been a few times because we've known him for years, and I remember one time I went, and they let us go for free because they've been on the show, and they would cook for us. They're the sweetest people in the world. It's such a great Oktoberfest in Torrance. I don't know where it is now, but I don't know if they moved from different places. But I remember one time I went, and it was just me and some friends. And I see the head guy, the master of ceremonies, and he's talking. He recognizes me. He's like, "Hey, you want to do something? You want to just like introduce like the next thing like on stage?" Like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." It's like, "Great!" And he gets up on stage and he's like getting the crowd. He's getting the crowd all riled up. Like, "Yeah, you guys know Adam Carolla?" And they're like, "Yeah, you listen to Adam Carolla show.
He's not here.
Best podcast in the world. Yeah, you love Adam Carolla. Yeah, we got Chris." Start the show. And I like walk up and the place just dodged. Like, who? And I'm like, yeah. Why did you do that? Why would you bring me up like that? What are you doing, dude? You got the
That's
place
amazing.
and they're just like, it was like literally like a dog in the back went, huh? I guess the place went silent. Yeah, I don't know. Why
I just picture the mic feedback. Like, are you guys ready to party?
basically, yeah. Yeah, but anyway, we've been since, and it's been a lot of fun. We've been on stage after that too. But it was just I remember thinking like,
That's so funny.
this is not the right ramp up. This is not the right ramp up. You should be.
You guys like a really famous person?
Yeah,
Here's not him.
You're not gonna believe who's here.
You guys like to laugh?
All right. Well, anyway, that was a great show, Matt. Appreciate it. And rarely does he do the negative reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
true. I
it
do
must
like
be
most
pretty
things
bad.
that I consume.
Yeah, must be pretty bad. All right. Well, that'll do it for Watercooler. Why don't we go around and get our plugs in, and we'll GTFO. So I'll start over here in studio. Gary, what do you suggest we check out?
I suggest you check out our Patreon. We're going to do
Yeah.
movie night coming up this week.
Oh.
We're going to do a meetup next week. We got good stuff in the works.
Look at us. Yeah, so Patreon, there's a lot of extra tiers. You're not just getting the podcast. You can subscribe to the video tier. We have meetups. We have movie nights. We have a bunch of stuff. So check it out at patreon.com/watercooler. All right, Matt, what about you?
Follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondelier. And yeah, please support us through our Patreon. That would be dope.
I look, people that were on
Enough
the fence.
said.
Yeah, now you kind of realize the stakes here.
By the way, can
I mean,
confirm.
there's no other way to sell it.
It's dope.
That'd be dope.
It's dope.
Dawson, what's up with you?
I have a new audiobook out that if you're thinking about buying an RV or you've ever wondered, what do I do if I want an RV? I've been thinking about it. I'd love to. But then I did this audiobook and I don't think I'm going to buy an RV. The audiobook is called The Odyssey of Winnie, Our 2-Year Adventure Owning an RV. A doctor of accounting at Notre Dame, Mike Meyer, wrote it. And it's funny, it's heartwarming, but it's basically an accountant telling you, here's what you fucking need to know. And you better check on this shit. And, pretty amazing stuff. And I'm not going to buy an RV,
So it's
at least not in the foreseeable future.
oh, interesting.
Because wow, dude,
There's a lot more to it.
I can't imagine some of the tough driving situations this dude was in, dealing with wildfires and fucking storms and air conditioning going out and fucking just pretty good. So anyway, it's called The Odyssey of Winning. Look for it. You can search it by my name on Audible. And Mike Meyer thanks you.
Oh, Mike Meyer. And yeah, so it sounds like if you get a Winnie, you actually lose it.
Well, actually, what his plan was to buy it, use it for a year, and then sell it and try to lose less money than renting an RV would have cost him.
Boom.
So it was a very, very mathematical approach, and he really wrote it for all his friends who wanted to do this, and it's touching. So
yeah,
it's pretty fun. Check it out.
But then again, RVs have kitchens, so yeah, it's kind of a coin toss now for DOS. All right, and as for me, I'm playing at Marina Wine this Friday night. So come check me out there in Long Beach. And then Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I'm playing at Wilmore Wine Bar. So doing a lot of whining at wine bars. So come and let's hang. All right. That will do it for Watercooler. Thanks to everybody again for hanging out with us and telling a friend about this show and sharing it and supporting. We love you, and we'll see you later this week for Patreon. Goodbye.